Hello, good morning and welcome to Friday the 30th of January. I don't know, how is everybody feeling? I have definitely completely felt that shift that is happening and it feels good. So, you know what? I've just accepted the fact that Facebook doesn't work now. So, I'm just going to continue on. That's generally going to be my operation now. I'm just going to talk. So, all right. So today we have the moon is still in Gemini. It is currently at 29 degrees of Gemini. So it changes at 9:30. We're going to move into Cancer. All right, so that thinky is going to just calm down a bit, and I just would love to remind you that family, nurturing, protective, like do it for yourself. All right, if you are the type of person that is always seeking to get your nurturing and love and affection from others, then I feel like this time at the moment, it is about you being able to rely on yourself. All right. So a lot of the things that I'm sort of looking at the moment are this adjustment period. And of course, we all have loved ones and family members and, our extended family that do love us and approve of us and all the rest of it. But innately, our inner children are always looking for, do you love me? Daddy, mummy. So I just feel like at this time, it's like whenever you feel that yearning, turn within. All right, so like I was saying, moon in Cancer. So I'll just read the words. Actually, I think I've changed the words when I type them out. Let's read them here from here. Do things feel different now? The situations that used to bother you can be looked at with detached, logical analysis. You know different now. So give yourself the love, support, and nurturing that you give freely to others. Get it for yourself. Make the adjustments as you go. There is no perfect, just steady dedication and practice. So, let's see who's here. It's so different being at home. Good morning, Louise. Good morning, Julie. Oh, I'm so sorry yesterday was shit. Well, we did have we did have the sun and that south node. Did you feel like you were challenged with an old pattern of behavior, something that you had to like shift within yourself, or was it just still part of that Pluto party, which was quite. Good morning, Paulette. Good morning, Karen. All right, well, let's hope, Julie, that today is not so shit. All right, so we do have, there is in conjuncts today. All right, so remember this is one of my favorites. All right, it's 150 degrees. All right, so it looks like the seesaw. It requires two parties to make very deliberate conversations to find that balance. All right, there are two differing opinions. They are in different signs and elements. So it's like two people with non-English speaking backgrounds. I'm only using English because it's my language, so like somebody who's a non-English native trying to talk to an English native, and there is deliberate adjustment required. Okay, so I feel like you need to go into this day knowing that you might have to think a little bit harder. All right, so because we still do have that Mercury and Venus conjunction that was last night at 9:15. Now these two track each other for a couple of days at the same degree. All right, so Mercury's come in and they've met at 14 degrees, and then they move to 15 degrees, and then I think they even get to 16 degrees together. All right, let's just have a quick look at go by day. So today 15. Oh, okay, so at some point tomorrow they track at 16, and then eventually Mercury moves off at 17. But my point is, all right, here we are thinking about our own experience. All right, this is why yes, Aquarius is all about the collective and the groups and associations around us, but it's also our own personal innovation. All right, again, I'm going to keep going on about this transitory year. All right, this is about you making sure that you are in control of your own future, all right? Don't look to others for permission, all right? Again, don't seek love and affection different, but don't seek love and approval from outside sources. If you can't accept who you are and embrace that pure potential and power that every single one of us has within. This morning, Mick was like, "What'd you say?" I'm all in up in the regret, all right, because I'm looking back at my own personal history, going, "Fuck, I knew that, I knew that, I knew that decades ago, I knew that years ago. I've been saying that to people for years, and did I follow my intuition? No." Mainly because I wasn't in a sort of position to do that, but now I am, and I'm like, every time I get a hunch or an instinct, I'm doing it. Why? Because I can see my own history and going, you know what, time and time again I was right. Time and time again I didn't give myself enough credit for the things that I knew and believed. And so, Paulette, I feel like I don't know why, Paulette, you're specifically on my mind right now. I'm like, is there something in your world right now that you're feeling drawn to, yet you've got that tether of expectation, or maybe it's nannyhood, or, I don't know, maybe there is something that you want to be doing, but there's expectations that you're going to be doing this. I don't know. Maybe find it small in, and okay, this is now for everybody, but practice makes perfect, all right? Finding those incremental moments that are going to satisfy yourself, all right? And make sure that future path of yours is clearing up, all right? Now, I did just type out the words. I did have the words done for the weekend, but each step of the journey is yours alone. Be what you need. Rely solely on what you have. Rely solely what you have inside for answers, and love exactly who you are now. All right, because living in regret is just like continuing to feel the bee sting or the venom of the past. All right, no, you can just take it out. All right, I've learned, I've lived, and I'm going to continue to love. Again, way off course. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, okay. Actually, Tuesday was the worst. Okay. Pluto was a nasty piece of work. Yes, he is. Good morning, Robin. How are you? Wow. So I think I've said hello to everyone. If I have missed you, I am very sorry. All right. So go back to Friday. Blah, 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 blah. I'm very excited. My exam question comes in half an hour. And this is where things feel different. Like, I am absolutely ready and prepared and able to do these exams in a completely different way than the meltdown that was my first experience last year. So today at 9, like I said, 9:30, the moon moves into Cancer. All right. So the vibes are going to feel different. All right. The moon is in its own sign. When the moon was in Gemini, it's in Aquarius, connected to Venus. So there's that detached love and the detached self-acceptance, the possibility that I can do that in the future. Whereas as soon as it moves into Cancer, you're like, oh, I feel it all. All right, because at 9:30, the moon does square Neptune, now in Aries. I don't actually mind this one because I feel like it's going to give you a little bit of the feeling that you're ready to fight for. All right, so Neptune in Aries. So we've got that spirituality and collective unconscious in a fire sign that is ready to fight. All right. So, I mean, there's lots and lots of ways of looking at this, but I'm going to stick with the Knights Templar and, what are you willing to fight for? All right. So that was at 9:30. Now, after 11, the moon starts to make an inconjunct to Pluto. All right. Sorry, Julie, more Pluto stuff happening. That is between 11 and 3. But again, this is an adjustment period, all right? So potentially the Pluto issues that you've been having, the moon in Cancer, you might be able to love and nurture whatever the situation is, even if you want to punch it in the face. I mean, there might be some nicer way of doing it. Or is it an old pattern of behavior? Is it a family tether that is holding you back? I don't know. I don't know. All right, after 12, the moon starts to trine the north node. Okay, so moon in Cancer, moving towards that pure potential spiritual path that the universe is saying, come this way, you are okay. All right, and then after 2, the moon makes an inconjunct to Mars, all right, because Mars Pluto, they're still sort of very close to each other. So and that is exact at 6:30. All right, so now all day, because Mercury and Venus are together, they are then in conjunct Jupiter. All right, so Jupiter in Cancer, retrograde. All right, the wisdom and knowledge that we have from our family of origin that we can sense internally. Okay, so Jupiter wisdom, retrograde internal Cancer family systems. All right, Mercury and Venus in that future potential place of how I think and give myself love, and the adjustment required from the things that I have been given from my family of origin. Okay, so how does all of that feel? Because I'm like, yeah, again, I just think that we can absolutely support ourselves in the way that we seek support from others, because everybody wants to be supported. So yeah, I will be doing a weekend report tomorrow. Excuse me, but for those that are unavailable, this whole weekend, adjustments and transition. All right. Tomorrow you can view any challenges as opportunities to set the record straight. So this could still come through today. All right. So if you can start to see some family things bubbling up and you can see that something's gonna blow, get in first and use emotionally intelligent conversations that are emotionally detached. All right, have a look at that bigger picture, have a look at where maybe the problem came from, try to dissect it from a smaller viewpoint. Did this start as, when did this start happening? I don't know. Again, you're just trying to sort of bigger picture, step back. Don't be so volatile, because like we can see, Julie is still feeling Pluto. So yeah, just be careful of that one, Jules. All right. Good morning, Mikkel. Good morning, Kathy. And hello, Karen. How are you? So nice to see you. All right, let's draw a card. I'm going to draw 2. I've got them both out. I wasn't going to, but I am going to. I didn't mean to, but it looks like I'm going to. All right, so. All right, what card is going to be right? Okay, stop. All right, I'm listening. Oh, okay. All right. I like this one. All right. The 8 of Cups. There is still one bowl there, but there are lots of bowls that have been submerged and lost. I feel like she is just cutting her losses and walking towards that bright future, because, like, honestly, what do you need in life? We have a lot of material things, but if we don't have food, water, shelter, like, you know, if we don't have our basic needs met, then what is there? All right. So even though there is one cup still there, she's like, fuck it, I can start again. So I feel like maybe this is that adjustment, transition, you know, letting go of the influence of the past and how they held on to you. Like, you know, back in the day, I remember a situation where I had to leave. And my question was, what are the most important things that I have to take? You know, and ultimately it was my kids. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That was a bit like off track there. And I feel like I needed a different card there. I feel like let's lighten the situation up a little bit before the moon moves into Cancer, and have a Lindy, because we need some swear bear. We absolutely need some swear bear. All right, so Lindy, the oracle, the fucking awesome oracle cards. Lindy is going to say, no, that is way too many cards, Lindy. Actually, you know what? It is perfect. Own your shit. Absolutely own your shit. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to go back. You are the center of your own world. You are the one that makes all the decisions in your life, and stop giving other people the power. All right. So if you have to stop and walk away, own it. That's it. You know, if there are people trying to influence you and it's not working for you, just walk away. Just walk away. This adjustment period is yours alone. All right, that's me. 15 minutes. I'll say hello again. Oh, I love it. Walking away. Yes, that's it. Craig David song. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. 9 o'clock, my class. Please come join me. I will be looking at my exam questions. So cute. No, I'm not cute. I'm stoked. I'm really looking forward to this one. So I hope you all have a fabulous one. And like I said, I will be doing a Saturday tomorrow. Just a short one, but I'll be on. So take it easy, ladies. 9:30. Feel the feels.